Welcome to Art and Wine Magazine, our premier lifestyle TV show. In our multi-page series, we spotlight the very best in art, wine, business, fashion, restaurants, and many other subjects of interest.
We are also unique because in some interviews, we're letting viewers like you interview these amazing people and places.
Speaking of unique, some people just stand out, and luckily for us, so do some artists. Let's join Katie as she introduces standout artist Dale Evers.
Hello and welcome to Art and Wine Magazine. My name is Katie Hayward and today we have the pleasure of speaking with Dale Evers. We're right downtown in Paso at his working art gallery. And Dale, thanks for having us today.
Thank you.
So Dale, give me a little bit of background of how you started in the art world.
Started out as a young kid. I was always fascinated with sculpture and design. And I did a lot of wood carvings and clay sculptures. My dad was a school principal, so you'd take them and fire them at the school and bring them back to me. So my mother was a painter, mostly a plein air painter. And she had an art studio growing up. My parents really my mom loved art.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
And do you stick strictly to sculptures or do you do other types of art as well?
Art is a lifestyle to me. It's like for example, I started out as a marine artist. I got inspired by marine life. And so when I was inspired by marine life, then I decided I wanted to photograph them. So then I started a career, a small career as an underwater photographer. Oh. Started selling my images. But I was getting the images so that I didn't have to copy magazines. So I could go and get my own material to study whatever it is I was studying or sculpting at the time.
So when did you come to the Central Coast?
I came to the Central Coast in 1978.
Oh, wow. Okay. And how did you end up in Paso Robles specifically?
I really just realized long before there was any arts going on here that this was the future of art in the county. This will be the creative seed.
You said this is a working studio, so people can actually call you and set up a time to see you actually doing the art?
Yeah,
or?
Well, we have a lot of walk-in traffic, and we have people visiting from all over the world. Paso's a world destination.
Yeah. Now, if you had one word to kind of describe yourself as an artist and how it kind of kept you going through the years, what would you describe?
Determined.
Yeah, determined, okay.
Yeah, it's a really hard industry I've got, I'm coming up on 40 years here, like in 3 years or something, as a professional artist, and have been able to raise a family and have employees and do the things I've needed to do, and to be able to provide a nice life. Fine art, and it's just people are very, very careful about how they spend their money.
Mm. Well, we appreciate you having us, Dale. We love all of your artwork. It's been fun hearing your story. You can check us out on artandwinemagazine.com, and we will see you guys next time. Cheers.
Enjoying a little Java in downtown San Luis Obispo, or slow as the locals like to call it. Some things can be just as good as a great cup of coffee. Something like this, for instance.
Hello and welcome to Art and Wine Magazine. I'm Diane Cassidy and we're here today at Calavo. We're speaking with Neil Roberts. Hello, Neil. Welcome.
How's it going?
It's going really well.
Great.
Thank you for joining us today.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me.
Yes, so Neil, tell us a little bit about how you got started in the wine business.
Oh my gosh, it's been a long time. I've been in the wine business for most of my life actually. So started farming in the valley with my family, and went on to Fresno State, and then started managing vineyards actually in Madera in Central Valley. And then I got transferred over here to Santa Maria, started farming some vineyards there, worked for a vineyard management company, and then did that for about 8-9 years. And then eventually I did some consulting for a company out of Napa, and basically was consulting from anywhere from Santa Barbara County up to Monterey County, and I was doing all kinds of different kind of consulting, soils and checking the fields and all vineyards still. And so after that, I was doing a lot of consulting on some of the Robert Mondavi properties that were on the Central Coast. So they were happening to look for a viticulturist, and I applied. They wanted me to apply, thank God. And so then I went ahead and got the job, and I worked for Art Mondavi for a number of years, 8-9 years. It was a great experience. We planted vineyards all along the coast here. Learned a lot about wine and obviously grape growing, but what was the integral part of it is basically how wine and what we do in the vineyard really affects how the wines are made. So it was a great experience, one that I carry on for the rest of my life. And I should also say that that philosophy that they taught me, I still use today. Take it from there, so to speak.
Well, I'd like to know how the name Calavo came about.
Right, and that's an interesting question because people go, "Clavo, what's that mean?" But clavo basically means nail in Spanish. And I was right out of college, and of course, this is like a 3,000-acre property, and I was used to small farming and stuff, and the guys there were like, "Oh, here you are, this little green kid that's going to start, working with us and everything." He says, "That's fine. We'll teach you how to treat how you treat us and learn the culture, and we'll teach you Spanish," which they did. And in turn, they nicknamed me Clavo as kind of a term of endearment because my name's Neil, obviously. And so it was kind of a nickname, so to speak. And so I carry with me today for basically to honor all the people, the hard people that work for us in the vineyard. So.
Yes, hardworking. So it's a name out of respect.
Absolutely.
That's great. Well, tell us a little bit about the wines you're creating right now and some of the awards you might have won recently.
The wines that we make are very eclectic. We make very small lots, very concentrated lots. We do some different things when it comes to making the wines. We use concrete sometimes. I don't use a ton of oak. I use a lot of neutral oak. I have a European palate, so I like to make my wines more the European style. And also, the one thing that we try to do is, since we manage vineyards, and we manage over 30 vineyards, that our important part of it is that we want the vineyard to speak to the wine as opposed to manipulate the wine. So we like to make wines that are more natural and that are basically a little bit lower in alcohol, but also are fruit driven and also vineyard driven. So we want to taste the varietal.
We're going to have a conversation with your brand manager. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for having us today.
No, you bet. And she's going to be a lot of fun.
Great. Well, thank you, Neil.
You bet. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'd like to introduce Alyssa, the brand manager for Calavo. Alyssa, tell us a little bit about what you do here at Calavo.
Sure. Well, being the brand manager, I kind of wear a lot of different hats and play a lot of different roles. First and foremost, I am the tasting room manager, so I do adhere and manage all the activities that happen with front of house, back of house, tasting room management. I also am the event coordinator as well too, so I also do plan all of the events that happen on site and also off site of our premises. And then also I am the wine club coordinator as well too, so I do manage and control and run what happens with our wine club coordination.
Well, that sounds interesting. So if somebody would like to do a wine pairing with Calavo, is that something that's available?
Absolutely, absolutely. Being the small town that we are, we don't have everything at our fingertips, but we do actually have two great businesses here in town who provide us with really wonderful cheese platters and charcuterie boards. And so we can do intimate settings out in the back patio. If anybody wanted to do a tasting at our warehouse facility and do some barrel sampling with a pairing and tasting, we could absolutely do that. And of course, we do work closely with another business just around the corner called The Fig, where we could actually set up a little wine pairing and tasting with them out on their Victorian style porch.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And you can find us at artandwinemagazine.com.
Art and Wine Magazine is proud to present Private Wine Club. This premier club is unique because we promote both local and global wines. Through our concierge service, we will make reservations for you to dine at restaurants of your choice. And when you make your reservations through us, you will receive a free appetizer or dessert with your meals. Private Wine Club also promotes wine dinners all over the country. So if you're planning to visit any city in the U.S., simply give us a call before your trip and we will set you up with a chef's tasting menu in that city. We'll recommend restaurants with excellent wine lists at your destination, and we'll give you insights on great wines to try. Want to go wine tasting in any wine region in the country? We'll set it up for you. Private Wine Club is the ultimate experience, a wine lover and foodie dream come true. But that's not all. We can also set you up for spa services, once again anywhere in the country, so you can treat yourself to mani-pedis, massages, facials, and more. Think that's enough? The real beauty of Private Wine Club is that it's free to join. Just go to privatewineclub.com. Join for free or call us toll-free at this number for any of the services mentioned. Let us pamper you. You deserve it.
We're at another great wine and food event, and we are speaking with Chris Williams today.
Well, I'm extremely excited to be here. We own California Coast Beer, which we opened up about 13 weeks ago in Paso Robles, California.
Wow.
And we got two great beers that we're serving today. Our award-winning People's Choice Award-winning beer is Golden Strong, which is a Belgian beer. It's a 7.4 alcohol level with a IBU of 18.
Wow.
We also have our brown today, and you see our Grizzly representing where we stand for California Coast, and we're really excited to be here. It's a great event to be a part of and giving back to our community as well as all the wonderful people we're working with.
Awesome. You won an award already?
We did, yeah. So we're super excited. Last week we were at a beer competition, and our Golden Strong was the People's Choice Award winner last week. So we're very excited for the first 13 weeks. And
congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
We have a great brewer and a great team, working together at Cal Coast Beer. And we also have a winery right next to us, Iron Oaks. And it's been a fantastic opportunity. We have all the Pismo Pure Wood on our deck on the backside, as well as our countertops in the brewery. Great stage, a lot of live music, a lot of great activity with great beer on tap. Yep.
Nice.
So it's fantastic to be able to have a craft brewery in Paso Robles. It's a great community with a lot of great people, and we always like to give back to our community. So
that's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Absolutely.
Today.
Yep.
Have a wonderful day.
Make it a great day today. Ready to go. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Tatiana Williams, and I have landed in the beautiful boutique clothing store called Adore. Don't you love that name? Doesn't it make you just want to fall in love with all of these clothes and adore every single one of them? Like this coat right here. I want to give you a few fashion tips, but before I do, I want to tell you the backstory about this boutique. Adore started in Venice Beach, California. Since then, it has made its way to the beautiful central coast of San Luis Obispo. So this is a great coat because you can dress it up, dress it down. You could throw it on when you're at the office or if you're at a bonfire at the beach. Another thing that I'm really crazy about is patterns and colors. Look at this fabulous dress. I love a color pattern here because you can always color block it with a blazer like the one that I'm wearing. Jeans. Now, everyone thinks that jeans are very casual, but when you have a nice embellish and this gold stitching mixed with some sequins, honey, you are ready to hit the town. It is the art of fashion here. The last thing we want to talk about is don't be afraid to wear color. Color is everything. It makes you feel good. You can try something new. Now, if you want more tips and the art of fashion, please go to artandwinemagazine.com. And I hope to see you at Adore.
Everyone is trying to stay more and more beautiful these days. Here's a different way to do that from the inside out.
People have been searching for the fountain of youth for centuries. They are looking for that magic product to heal disease and restore vibrant health while reversing the aging process to regain their youthful body and skin tone. They have made cosmetic plastic surgeons, skincare salons and spas, skin product companies, and a myriad of health gurus very rich in their quest for that magic product. Until now, only the super rich have had access to a product developed in Europe in 2004 and available at a great cost via a personal visit to a private ranch in Texas. These millionaires and billionaires paid tens of thousands of dollars to have this product customized to match their specific DNA and speed up the efficacy to allow their own immune system to restore their health and reverse aging. There have been many doctors and laboratory testimonials where physiology markers in the patient's blood work showed that many of these people in their 60s and 70s have been presented as if they were in their 40s post-treatment with their customized formulas. Early in 2019, a U.S. marketing company secured the exclusive marketing rights to offer the formula which brings the blood markers up to the point where a person with an advanced disease might be accepted by the science team. This very exceptional product is now available to the general public at an affordable price point due to the increase of production which lowered production costs. Now, this baseline product is available in a spray bottle for about $75 for a month's supply, where you just spray 4 shots once per day under your tongue 15 minutes before a major meal as a maintenance dosage. For those with more critical health issues, it is recommended to double or triple the number of times per day that you administer the 4 shots of spray under your tongue. The proof, of course, is always in the pudding, as they say. Call this number or go to this link and let's get you started with this incredible youth spray today.
We're going to be going to wineries and restaurants all over the country, but right now we're at the Carissa in downtown SLO, the heart of the Central Coast. Let's check it out.
When making a whiskey sour, you want to dry shake your egg whites. So I'm going to start with 3/4 ounce of egg whites, 3/4 lemon juice, and 3/4 of a simple syrup. Going to dry shake that to make the egg whites nice and frothy. The tin will try to expand on you. Then we're going to add our other ingredients. For this cocktail, I'm going to do 1.5 ounces of Kentucky bourbon and some lemon bitters. 2 dashes. Add that and shake it. And of course, we're going to strain this cocktail over a chilled coupe glass. And here at the Carissa, we like to really do up our foam. We do a little bit of a house-made egg white foam. And I'm going to decorate that with the maraschino cherry. Give it a little zest. And there you have it, a whiskey sour. Cheers, best served with a smile.
We are here in beautiful Morro Bay, California with Terry Hooker from Maya Sailing Adventures. We just got back from a beautiful sail this morning. Tell me a little bit about how you got started.
Yeah, well, I absolutely love being on the water. So it started pretty young, but from surfing to kayaking and then getting into small boats. So it's just been a love of my life for a long time. And we purchased this boat originally to live aboard and then started the business after that. So I just really enjoy having people out and introducing them to the sailing and the sea. It's a lot of fun.
There's a lot to know. I noticed when we were out there, the sails and the ropes and those kinds of things. Do you like to teach about what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really fun. People, what I really like is people are open-minded and they want to experience something new, and they come on board. And most people, they want to get their hands in there and raise a sail and steer the boat. So I'll take every opportunity to let people do that, and it's just fun to see them really embrace it and have a good time.
So what exactly do you offer as far as the sailing adventures are concerned?
Yeah, well, it's all custom trips. So as soon as someone calls me, I try and, I just let them know that it's sky's the limit, essentially. What would you like to do? That's embedded in the name, Sailing Adventures. So if they want to do an overnight trip, we'll plan that. If they really want to get involved with the sailing, or just half-day trips, or even just whale watching. So it's kind of tiered to adjust to whatever the client wants.
Very good, very
try
custom.
And make it fit their needs, yeah.
Well, if you had one word to describe what you do, what would that be?
I like to have adventures. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So sometimes it's really mellow, and that's fun, and sometimes it's super exciting, and the rails in the water, and so every time we come out, it's a new experience.
Terry, thank you again for having us. We really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. So fun to have you on board.
For these and more interviews, visit us at artandwinemagazine.com.
Hello, and
and welcome to Art and Wine Magazine. My name is Katie Hayward, and today I'm here with Laurent, one of the owners of a fabulous restaurant downtown in Paso Robles. Welcome today.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
So how long has your restaurant been in business?
Well, I've been here since 1997, and it's been in those many years we've seen a lot of changes in Paso Robles. You know, the matter of the winery and the recognition of the area for the quality of their wine. You know?
And the tourism.
Absolutely,
and all of
yeah,
that. Yeah. And what are some of the most popular wines that you carry, or what types of wines?
It's been we have a wine list pretty much divided between French wine, being French obviously, and local wine, and it's pretty much 50-50 on just supporting the local winery is the main thing, and keeping my heritage also with the French wine.
Fantastic. And what do you think makes your restaurant stick out for the last couple decades?
It's just like the fact, I think, we always strive for qualities and try to do the best and being very consistent with what we do. And I think that the key for a successful restaurant, be able to do it over and over all the time and reinvent yourself and do different things.
And you've recently done some updates and such.
Yeah, we changed a little bit as try to do it a little more casual and make it more like inviting for people to come for a more casual experience as a glass of wine with appetizer and thing, and try to keep also the fact like what we are at the special occasion, the restaurant also.
That's fantastic. Yeah. And if you had one word to describe what you do and how you've kind of done so well, what would that be?
I think it's a passion of doing what we do. Being passionate about what we are doing every day.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. Thank you for joining us today, Laurent. Be sure to check us out at artandwinemagazine.com. We'll see you soon.
What if you could unlock the true power of your financial worth? What if you could pay off all your debts, including your mortgage, in half the regular time or less using cutting-edge 21st century financial solutions? With this brand new revolutionary software, you can. That's right. No refinancing, no loan modification, and better yet, no lifestyle change required. This breakthrough software helps consumers eliminate debt, save interest, and build wealth. All of this is accomplished through a smart, online financial software solution. In fact, you can think of it as a smart financial GPS. It's like a navigation system for your finances. It tells you the shortest, most effective way to get to your desired financial destination. And if you miss a turn along the way, it recalculates and helps get you back on track. You simply enter all of your debt and monthly financial obligations, and then you will marvel as the software guides you to wealth and financial freedom. This unique software can release you from the immense burden of debt. Don't take our word for it. The proof is in the pudding, as they say. Choose a time for a short presentation. Go to this link or call this number, and let's set up a time for you to experience how our financial GPS software works. Okay, let's get back to the Art and Wine TV show. Each quarter, Art and Wine magazine will spotlight a real bed and breakfast. This quarter, we have chosen Petit Soleil. This charming venue is a welcoming and stylish European-inspired boutique hotel bed and breakfast near the heart of San Luis Obispo. At Petit Soleil, guests will find themselves wrapped in European style, where every corner represents thought and every object has a story of love and intention. Impressed by the attention to the details that distinguish European bed and breakfasts, the proprietors have created an experience for guests all over the world. Once you step inside the time-worn cobblestone courtyard, you find yourself transported to the rustic charm and colors of Provence. With obvious touches of whimsy, this beautiful boutique hotel is a traveler's dream. Freshly brewed coffee and a full gastronome breakfast will be served to you each morning in their petite cafe or in the sun-filled back patio. Every evening, you can relax and enjoy a tasting of local and French wines paired with delectable appetizers. Petit Soleil Bed and Breakfast, an unforgettable delight only 5 blocks from downtown San Luis Obispo. For superior service, ambiance, food, accommodations, and wine, Art and Wine magazine gives Petit Soleil 5 stars.
My name is Chef Justin Picard. I'm going to be creating a winter root vegetable and golden beet salad. Very fun, very seasonal, very easy to prepare at home. And we're doing a red beet vinaigrette, which is kind of a unique twist. First thing, pomegranates. How do you get the seeds out of pomegranates? Cut pomegranate in half, around the equator, not North Pole to South Pole, around the equator. Opens it up just like that. These are pomegranates from my backyard. Very fortunate to have a pomegranate tree right there. You flex it a little bit like that, into a bowl, over a bowl, and then with a wooden spoon, give it all you got. And all of a sudden, pomegranate seeds out of the pomegranate, piece of cake. Another fun at-home gadget, the spin slicer. Oh, love this thing, I love it. Insert, spin, in any vegetable, hard or soft. And all of a sudden you get just these great little shavings. Much more fun than a carrot or potato peeler or a grater box. It makes it a lighter, easier to eat vegetable. A little turnip, a little parsnip. Look at that. And then we'll do a little green apple. Nice crunchy, flavorful vegetables for the beginning of the salad to go with that hearty, warm beet vinaigrette, roasted beet vinaigrette. So again, these guys, look at that. Tons of fun. And we'll do a little bed of just some baby spinach. And just to toss these guys together, give them a little salt, little pepper, a little salt and pepper on everything goes a long way, even on fruits and vegetables. A little bit of that, crunchy, light. And one of my favorite cheeses in the world, Manchego cheese. Very nutty, very warm flavors, very approachable, and it grates well too. Candied walnuts, again, going for texture. Need a little variety with every dish. It's part of my theory on cooking. Soft textures, hard textures, a little spice, a little sweet, and the texture on this dish is a big component. Plus it looks good. Pomegranate seeds, some balsamic pearls. You can use a little balsamic reduction instead. But these pearls, again, I like to have fun with food. That's why we do this, have fun with food. They look neat. So roasted beet vinaigrette, and very simple, very easy to make at home, not intimidating. Have a shallot, rough chopped, put that into the blender. The blender does all the hard work. We make it easier for the blender, but the blender does all the hard work. Roasted beet, right in there. About a tablespoon of good Dijon mustard. Dijon helps with the emulsification. It helps the oil stay in suspension. And some sherry vinegar. Again, a little salt, a little pepper. And then we'll start the blending process and adding the oil. Trick to any good vinaigrette is how you add the oil. Oil has to go in slowly so it emulsifies. So we'll chop it up a little. Give it a little coercion. You want to cover the top or use the lid because it's going to make a mess. So the trick for any blended oil or vinaigrette, everything swirling nicely, oil goes in very slowly. And that ratio of 1 part vinegar, 3 parts oil, will make a perfect vinaigrette, texture-wise and flavor-wise. Looking good. And then voila. And there we have it, a very healthy, very seasonal winter vegetable, green apple, and roasted beet vinaigrette salad. Baby spinach and Manchego cheese. For Art and Wine magazine, I'm Chef Justin Picard. Cheers, bon appetit.
thank you so much for watching. As you can see, I'm going shopping.
And I'm gonna go grab another burger. For this and other great interviews, tune in to artandwinemagazine.com.
Let's go. I got a pair of rain boots coming my way.
I'm so excited for another burger. I can demolish
Another?
it.
You got room for another burger? Yeah.
Let's go.